Hi guys, welcome back to Vanishing Gates. I am your host Jay, and this is my co-host,
the illustrious Jack.
Illustrious.
Illustrious.
You retracted.
I am illustrious.
This is basically our 2-year anniversary show because we skipped on that one about a month ago. That was dope.
You know, I was going to appear a lot more on it, and then my schedule shifted.
Mine did too, though.
Perfectly.
For a fair record, mine also shifted quite a bit. We both have new situations with our schedules for jobs, so now Mondays are going to be our live stream days.
Yeah, we're changing to Mondays, generally in the afternoon. We're also not going to probably be doing as long of a show. Maybe.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Will you not sell it short?
I'm not selling it short.
You're selling it short.
But there's way too many series of pauses that we have these days. And we need to just
it's only because
we need to let the good times roll.
But this time of the day, it's easier for us because it's only 3 here on the West Coast where we're both awake.
This is true.
Doing well, and you're doing martial arts now. Talk about that. Start training.
I'm not yet. I'm getting ready. I've gone and done one class so far, and I'm starting jiu-jitsu. I was going to take on a kickboxing, but I watched a friend of mine who actually just won a title recently in a cage fight.
Mm-hmm. I saw the after
amateur.
Effect.
Yeah. Oh, he looked bad. I do know.
He looked cute. Looked really pretty.
You know what? He earned his belt.
Earned his belt.
He's a good fighter.
Yeah.
And he's actually a really good trainer, too. He teaches me things here and there.
That's awesome.
He takes me to the gym.
Very nice guy. He's the one you brought over here before, right?
Yeah.
We talked to you.
And
nice dude.
If you look upon me and notice I look smaller and different, it's because I've actually been going to the gym, and he's the reason why. He's dragging me there. He's forcing me to go. He's making me feel like crap if I don't take protein shakes every day. And
You're obviously cutting weight, and it looks good on you, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, me as a guy who's been doing martial arts since I was 2, so I'm going to be 36 in a couple months.
I like how you don't have a watch there that tells months.
I know.
It only tells time.
I Chevy Chase
Wrists
everything.
Only tell time.
I always Chevy Chase my time frame. But, yeah, so this is basically our 2-year anniversary show of Vanishing Gates. I think it's episode 88 or 89 at this point. 2 years in. Took some time off because of schedules, but we're back.
Yep.
So Mondays are going to be our new scheduled show date. Yeah. So what else is going on, man? Let's catch up.
You know what? I was actually going to throw this out at you, but have you seen The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then Bigfoot?
Oh my God, with Sam Harrison. No, I have not.
You don't want to.
Sam Elliott.
It is Sam Elliott, and it's a terrible movie.
Shut your whore mouth.
Slow as molasses.
Sam Elliott.
It's like watching a plant grow and then bloom.
No.
It is the slowest. Nothing interesting. And the oh my God, it's
you're hurting my heart.
It's terrible. I know. I love Sam Elliott, and the premise was hilarious, and it was great. But I'm sitting there watching it. My girlfriend's asleep next to me, and I'm just like watching this by myself. Like, what did she do to me? What did she do to me? And meanwhile, she's not watching. She's like, "Oh, I was watching too." I'm like, "I heard you fucking snoring." Okay, I did hear you snoring. In case you're watching, I heard that shit. Anyways, point is, I'm watching this crap by myself. Like, yeah, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm like falling asleep, and it's terrible. And I'm just like, why? What happened? How do you get Sam Elliott and make him boring? Like, you can't do that. That's not fair. That's not okay.
Oh, Sam Elliott's not exactly exciting. He's just...
Well, no, but, I mean, he's a badass. And then you just go and you... Oh, my God. It's exactly why I hate so many different teams. It's like the Denver Nuggets ruining Kenneth Faried. There's just no going back from there. You can't do
you
that.
want fucking sports.
You can't.
I don't understand that. So
it's not okay. It's not okay.
So you hated that one.
Oh, my God. I'm not done yet.
Oh, you have more.
I'm not done yet.
But wait, there's more.
There are spoilers here in case anyone wants to watch it, though. Like, I'm going to warn you, there are spoilers for this movie because I'm going to explain. And I'm going to say it again because those people who might have joined later in, if anyone's joined in, it's The Man Who Killed Hitler and Bigfoot, and I'm giving spoilers right now, so if you don't want to, go on. And I'll be done in like 5 minutes. But, so... The whole premise of this movie is that he essentially is like this super spy. He can speak all these languages, and I honestly
so
I lost
a polyglot.
Like part of it is like I'm losing interest, but he's like trained in all of this shit, special forces, but he only kills one person according to him, and that he kills Hitler. He doesn't even know if he killed Hitler. He knows he killed one of the Hitlers. That supposedly Valkyrie got their guy. That all these other assassination attempts got their guy. But the thing is like it's not the real Hitler because it's like anything. It's like 1984. There is no president. What it is it's just a figurehead that they use.
Yeah.
And that's what the premise of the story is. It's just the premise is that Hitler was never real in the first place. That he was just a
series
figurehead.
of people that were Hitler.
Well, no, it was they just kept doubles around because that's all they needed. Because they didn't need Hitler. He wasn't the leader.
Castro actually had doubles around.
Well, yeah, but in this instance, it's because, as everybody knew, Hitler wasn't the power behind his base. It was other people that ran
a tool
everything.
society.
Yeah, he was just a tool. And so essentially that's the premise.
I see what
that
Brother
he's just a
Andrew
tool.
did there. The tool society. Bunch of tools.
He's just a tool. So, anyways, I would have loved this movie. It was a little faster paced. That's basically where it's at. And then when they finally get to Bigfoot, it's not even fucking Bigfoot. It's like a zombie creature, and it's like got all these diseases or something, and it's gonna wipe out the world or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, so it has like. What was it? Hitler had.
I don't even know how to end it.
Kind of shit.
I got like tired.
Was it that bad? You didn't finish it.
Didn't finish it. I was like, I can't keep going. And luckily, my girlfriend sat up. She's like, all right, we're going to bed, and then turned it off. And I was like, yes. It's all that I fucking needed in my life was to get away from that show.
I was so bored. That show too.
I was so bored. I don't even know what to say. I was just. It was bad. It was bad. Fucking bad, dude.
So, out of 4 stars, what would you give it?
Fucking 1.
Nice.
No, that's Sam Elliott. I'll give it 2. Because I will always give a movie at least 2 if Sam Elliott's in it.
So, I watched Once Upon a Deadpool.
That is just Deadpool, like, Redux,
it's
right?
It's Deadpool 2 Redux, but semi-family friendly, but not. People give it shit because they were cutting out stuff and they were making it more PG, 13-ish. But the fact is, some of the jokes added were well worth watching. No hate on that one.
Really?
No hate on that one for me. No.
I mean, Deadpool 2 is a great family movie anyways. I don't get what are you looking at? The fuck. That light just blowing on through.
Legit.
Look,
it's like a
Deadpool 2
I'm not saying it's aliens.
Obviously aliens beaming him up, everybody. They're taking him back because they want to give him his eyebrows this time.
Properly. I have eyebrows, you son of a bitch. Jesus.
Anyways.
And then you just put that duct tape back over that little thing there and we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it?
Yeah, we'll talk about things. I've been watching the
That worked.
Made it worse. Good job.
It's worse. It's worse, everybody.
Happy 2 years for Vanishing Gates.
The sun was not. I don't know how or why we thought it was a great idea to do this show today.
Well,
I guess it's my only
technically it was you,
time.
but yeah. I mean, at least we have these cool gem-style side effects from the 80s. We're totally outrageous.
What is happening?
That's what I get for recording in my garage. Yeah. Good times.
It's going well, everybody. Don't worry about it.
It's going dope. So I started watching Hellier.
It's the best I can do. You're going to be blind. You have to put up with those 80s effects.
All right. So the cigar of the show is at Don Osvaldo while I do this. But I started watching Hellier.
Am I moving now?
Yeah, you're moving for a second. I'm fixing this light, guys. Give me just a second. One more.
Why did we not think of this before?
I did. It came undone.
Anyways.
So the Hellier documentary is really interesting.
Is it?
Have you seen it at all?
No.
It's the guy and gal that do Week in Weird, and it's a free documentary online. You can watch it. And Hellier, Kentucky, I guess, has a bunch of like weird alien-y kind of goblin things going on. Well worth watching.
Goblin things.
There we go.
I'm just gonna say that doesn't sound right. Alien goblins?
Well, no, it's kind of what it is. It's alien goblins. And there's a bunch of underground tunnels and stuff. It's a really cool documentary. I'm the second or third episode in. There's 5 episodes. I would suggest highly watching that. Go to Hellier and watch that one.
1 second.
No. Oh, we're going to keep postponing things for people?
No, I was just...
So another thing I want to do, guys, if you're local...
Guys and gals.
And gals, folks, we are now doing a stand-up comedy night, or we will be if I get enough interest. You don't have to pay to be involved and be in front of a bar full of people. We're going to be here in the studio. with other comedians or people that want to be comedians. So it'll be an open format. You can do stand-up. We'll do it Sunday nights.
We'll be very supporting, especially since I suck and I don't want anyone to boo me.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get booed, but you won't see it because it'll be live streamed on the YouTubes. So yeah, if you're interested,
I don't want to
Multnomah
be
County,
live streamed on
do
the
that.
YouTubes.
Oh no, we're live streaming all of this.
Oh my
What are
God,
you
no.
talking about?
I've never been in front of a live stream before, or an audience of people.
Or?
Never, not even once.
All right, so why don't you start talking about the topic of the show there, Jack, so we can actually get to it.
Because I read exactly one paragraph of this.
You didn't read it. It's not written in paragraphs. It's all notes.
It's notes. Well, I read one note of it.
What are we talking about then?
Sea monsters.
Mm-hmm.
See, I could read.
Now, we live very close to the sea. We live close to the biggest ocean.
My bad.
It's a good 2-year anniversary here. We live very close to the ocean. The big ocean. The Pacific Ocean.
Are you very specific about your big oceans?
But I'm very Pacific about it.
No.
See,
No, mine was better.
you can't shoulder, like, elbow nudge me and be like, eh.
You know what I'm taking away from you? That was my joke, and then you just had to. You just had to.
I offered
let it
you
go.
the notes.
You couldn't let it go.
I offered you the notes.
I read sometimes, but only when it's about Call of Duty or other video games I enjoy.
Call of Over It.
Can we actually talk about Metro Exodus real fast before we start this?
Yes, because I've been live streaming that.
Because I actually want to hear about it. Because I've wanted to play it. Because I've never
Okay,
touched a Metro game, and this is one I hear is like.
All right,
open world
before we get to
fun
the topic, we're going to talk gaming, I guess, guys. But it is sci-fi horror, so you'll enjoy this, I'm hoping. But yeah, Metro Exodus, what about it?
Well, what the hell is it? I've never played a Metro game.
Then why are you asking?
Because you said you didn't mind talking about it, so now I want to know what your take on it is.
So I played the first 2 Metro games. Very cool. It's based off a book that some Russian guy wrote, mortified
Wait.
about nuclear bombs.
Books are the things that have letters in them, right? In a series?
Duh.
Very good.
Yeah.
I've learned.
So a nuclear fallout happens over Moscow. And there's a bunch of people living in the metro,
It's to be
the
expected.
metro rail system. And there's different factions. There's Nazis, there's communist
weird.
Reds, there's regular folks.
That's also strange.
Well, I mean, in Soviet Russia, I mean,
Communism actually isn't really big in Soviet Russia anymore.
Metro
Or in
Rail's
Russia.
you.
Oh, wait, it's still after the
Yeah.
Soviet, isn't it? It's still after the Soviet era, right?
Well, it's a Cold War that happened, and it wasn't cold anymore. It was a hot war because
Well,
the
my-
nukes got dropped.
Because, I mean, communism was kind of a dead thing for a long time in Russia. Or dying.
Well, I mean, not anymore.
Not anymore? What are you talking about?
Vladimir Putin.
He's not a communist.
Well,
He's an imperialist. There's a difference between a communist and an imperialist.
All right. Anyway, not to get political, it's about video games. So there's mutants and stuff because they get nuked hard and fast, and a bunch of the people live in the metro system, the subways, the rails.
I mean, does that make sense? Because, I mean, even nuclear fallout would dig under, right? So it would still get underground.
No, not necessarily.
And, I mean, a nuke would still kind of make a massive fucking crater, which would get into the subway system.
Yeah, you're reading ahead of yourself.
Okay.
There's more to it. It's a good storyline to read through and to play through.
Okay, so there's an explanation to all this, then, I assume.
Yeah, because the entire world's been destroyed by nuclear war. Basically.
So, look, what I want to know is, like, is the gameplay good? Is it solid? Because I've heard that the New Dawn, that Far Cry New Dawn is
good.
better. And Far Cry New Dawn is like $40.
Yeah, Far Cry 5 is pissing me off because
Not
you can't
5,
win.
New Dawn.
I know, New Dawn's the one directly after Far Cry 5. It's pissing me off because you don't get a good ending, even if you have the good ending.
Actually, you know, that kind of... I never got there because I got bored of the game so fast. I got bored and I quit. But I played 3, which is the one where you're in India. If I remember correctly, 3 or 4. Is it 4?
You're in the island, you get the tattoos, the tataus in 3.
It's I mean, I played 3 and 4. I think 4 is the one with Peg and Min, right? The one
You and your friends are doing adventure stuff, and then you get captured and blah blah blah.
No, I'm talking about the one where
That might be 4.
like the bad guy's Peg and Min, and it's an Indian. You're in India. You're essentially an India or
No, I don't remember that one.
India-esque place. But it's like, I think it's 4.
India-esque.
I think it's 4. But that was actually really good. I played that all the way through. I enjoyed the shit out of that game. That storyline was fun. I liked the landscape. Like, I love the theme of India and stuff like that, and all like the Shangri-La and how everything worked out. I love that stuff. It was great. But then you get to like 5.
That was 4.
Oh, that was 4, yeah. And then you get to 5, and then it's just basically a fucking hillbilly backwood, and I'm just like, this is boring.
Oh, it's cool to be in India.
Fucking boring.
Where there's Yetis and Squatches.
Well, no, it's just because they always use the same goddamn story. It's just a bunch of crazy fucking nut jobs. And
well, the first one had dinosaurs.
That's great. I like that. I've never played it, but I want to.
In the third one, they're bitching about if you walk across a couple of soldiers, they're actually talking about, well, it's better than that island with all the dinosaurs. Weird. They would have thought that one through in a video game.
But no, I mean, the fifth one, it was... here's the thing. Most people probably think, and not to get political, but they probably think because it's this Christian thing, and that's not what bothers me. That doesn't bother me, because there are nut jobs out there who could do things. They could talk people into doing crap. It's not impossible, and they could be religious, so that didn't bother me. What bothers me is that it was empty.
Well, Far Cry 5 had nothing to do with Christianity at all.
No, it didn't. But
it was just a guy that was trying to start a nuclear war.
Well, the point is that they based it off that. But the point is that it was just empty. Far Cry 5 was empty. It was nothing. There was nothing happening half the time.
I thought it was dope, dude. I liked it.
And it was boring, and I was just like, this is garbage.
See, I'm more of a chess player. I like to go and complete all the little side missions and all the stupid little things.
It's exactly what I did.
Far Cry 5, I thought Far Cry 5 was fine.
But it was boring. It was you know what it is I've actually gotten bored of open world collecting games.
See, I don't.
Because they never do anything different. They always have, like, limited to what you can do, and it's like, oh, you can get 5 bags. Well, why not 30 bags? Give me fucking 30 bags,
I've been playing the Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Like, let me be a god.
So, for me, I like to, hunt things down, and to sneak around, I like stealth.
I bought it, and I let my friend borrow it, and I just realized I'd never played it.
That's why I buy digital copies of everything. What's wrong with you?
Well, I let my friend borrow it. I still haven't gotten back from it because I forgot I even fucking let him have it, or let him borrow it.
All right, so the pseudo 2-year anniversary show of Vanishing Gates.
Yes.
When the two hosts are back in the studio here, hanging.
Yes. Welcome.
What's the topic there, Jack?
Oh. Video games.
Sea monsters.
Sea monsters. I was much happier with video games.
People don't watch Vanishing Gates for video games. They watch it for...
I watch it for video
paranormal unexplained stuff. You don't watch this.
No, I don't.
Exactly.
I was told that someone I know currently watches it, and then I almost had a spaz attack because I was like, no, please God, don't do that, because I'm such a fucking spaz on this show. It's slightly embarrassing.
I don't know why you think you're the spaz.
Slightly embarrassing.
Been doing this for 2 years, dude. We're on 2 years now, this show.
God. And we still haven't got our shit together.
Never will.
Nope. That's what you love us for. Lack of,
we hope,
diction.
Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe, and tell your friends. It's the biggest, most important part.
Yeah.
And we are actually on podcasting channels. I've actually taken most of the shows and the episodes and pulled the audio into formats where it's on the podcasting places. So we're on iTunes, we're on Apple Podcast, we're on Google Plus.
Why are we live on one of those instead of Facebook?
iHeartRadio. Well, we have the episodes there because Facebook is nice. It's like a gift to our viewers, our friends, our vanishers.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it might be better for them to have that because if they have iHeartRadio or something like that, they could listen to the live stream while working. They don't have to worry about the video.
Well, they can listen to the show. You can't live stream on those. Those are podcasting.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So we live stream here with the video so they can see us and our stupidity, vapid stupidity. By the way,
they only want to hear my butter smooth voice, anyways. That's about it.
Your butter squeezed voice. Is what you
butter
said.
smooth voice, you baby back bitch.
Squeezed voice.
Okay, you don't talk about my voice.
I thought you said butter squeezed voice. I was very confused.
No. Why would I say? What does that even mean? Where would you get that? You could read a piece. You could read a piece of paper that has misspellings and numbers added in, and actually read that properly because your brain will put it together right in your head. But you think I said butter squeezed? Where is your brain at? Can you not? Can you not? Don't do that.
Pretty sure we're both right here. So anyway, sea monsters.
Sea monsters. Scylla and Charybdis.
What?
Scylla and Charybdis.
Did you Google that?
No.
What's Scylla and Charybdis mean?
Scylla and Charybdis?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Charybdis is a giant maw, like a vortex that swallows things whole, and is the mother of Scylla, who is a sea beast, much akin to what's that? God, what's that monster? I think she's supposed to be like Loch Ness. What are those things? Sauropod or something like that. Sauropod? I don't remember what the term for those Loch Ness was. It's like an ancient dinosaur, but no, they're Greek. They're Greek creatures. Shut up.
They're all Greek. They love Greece.
How do you not know Scylla and Charybdis? They're probably the most famous sea monsters, really, from like Greek history.
I don't know them.
Technically, they're not sea monsters. I mean, Scylla's a sea monster, but Charybdis is actually just a giant vortex.
So if you folks know Scylla and Charybdis or what the hell he's saying, please email us at vanishinggates@gmail.com and share your stories of encounters with
please
Scylla
share
and Charybdis.
His knowledge. Anyways, it was basically a rock formation that people couldn't get around. I can't remember what island it was. It was essentially, people always died there, because I think it was actually there was like, essentially think of it like a plug going out of a drain. It's just a vortex that goes down, and it just spins endlessly, and it would suck ships in, and they die. And then on the other side, there was the rocky face, which was Scylla.
Wasn't that from the Odyssey?
Yeah, because it's Greek history. It's
it's a poem.
No, I mean,
it's much like
Odyssey
Atlantis. It's a
based
poem.
off of Greek history.
It's based on a poem. Like the Iliad. It's the Iliad of Homer.
Yeah, it's from the Iliad. Homer wrote about it, and that's the story. It's like he used different creatures and stuff.
No, he used like words to say things that weren't really happening to make it entertaining, much like a movie you would watch now, much like Atlantis.
Atlantis is real.
Or Area 51.
It's Tenochtitlan. We've agreed. Atlantis is Tenochtitlan.
Load of horseshit.
Right. Dave, you don't need this.
Liam Neeson's penis.
What the hell, Dave?
Dave
you
in
need
chat,
that? I don't know
folks.
if you need that, my good man.
He might. He
Maybe.
might need that.
He might want it. You know what? I mean,
I'm not sure he doesn't need
I'm not going to
that.
knock you for it, Dave. I'm not going to knock you for it. You do you. Yeah? We already knew. Anyways.
So, the Kraken.
You just jumped the fuck. Which Kraken? Which iteration?
My favorite
The
rum.
new Clash of the Titans, which was trasher. Or wait,
My
was that
favorite rum.
Clash of the Gods? Clash of the Titans?
I guess I'll read the notes. If I can read them.
If you could read them.
As known deepest, it is 36,070 feet, or 10,994 m from the surface for you British folk. M.
Meters.
Yeah, M. And is filled with multiple ecosystems, including some that we have never seen the sun, and incredible flora and fauna. Why am I reading my own notes?
I don't know. Why don't you just have it memorized? What the hell's going on here?
I do. Like, okay, so the ocean's super fucking deep, basically.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
That's what I'm getting at.
And the Meg taught us that there's creatures underneath.
Dude, I've been waiting for that movie forever based on the book, and I'm sure the movie didn't do it justice, but that's not the point.
In it. It's gotta be good.
Yeah, he's an Olympic diver, so he must be really involved in the ocean. I'm an Olympic diver. That makes me a zoologist. That's like you drinking beer and being a microbiologist. Same concept. Doesn't work. Anyhow, so the ocean's super fucking deep. Ew, don't touch my face. What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Ew. Oh, it's greasy. Why are your hands greasy? Why are your hands greasy? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Hans Grusper.
I forgot to clean them.
Oh.
My bad.
Anyway, so there are ecosystems at the very bottom of the ocean. The Marianas Trench is very deep.
Hence the term Deep Six.
It's a movie.
No, there's a term called Deep Six.
Do you know how deep Challenger Deep is?
Mm-mm.
The deepest part of the ocean?
Mm-hmm.
My youngest son can tell you exactly how deep Challenger 6 is.
I'll go ask him.
Yeah, go ask him. He's fucking gonna be 6, and he knows exactly how deep it is.
It's 10 meters. Or 10,000 feet.
It's deeper than that. 80% of the ocean, according to my notes, have not been explored.
Why do we still think we know less about the ocean than we do about space? Like, infinite Limited.
We know less about land than we do about space. Have you seen the videos of the thylacine that's been posted up lately?
When are we going to point out the fact that we know nothing, Jon Snow? That's my real question. When is someone just going to finally look at all science and be like, you know nothing, Jon Snow?
Who's Jon Snow and why do you keep saying that?
I don't even know what to fucking say to you anymore. You don't get that reference? You haven't watched Game of Thrones? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Never watched Game of Thrones, not one episode. That or Walking Dead.
Go get Dave Stock Liam Neeson's penis.
And also, not getting sued, it sounds really good, so maybe calm your tits just a little bit.
I don't know what to say to you anymore.
Now, the Kraken idea came around the 13th century. It's a very Viking thing.
Is it?
Yep.
I thought it was Greek. Or Egyptian.
No.
Or Polynesian.
No.
Or Australian.
No.
That last one doesn't even make sense.
Well, no, Australia actually did have an argument about the Kraken, possibly. So, Viking explorers used to go out and say, oh, it was a big squid thing that came and took us down. Blah, blah, blah.
They probably just got really drunk and hit a reef and couldn't explain it to their dad. So it's like the squid ate my homework or my boat and all my loot.
Quite possibly.
That's probably what it was. And probably just like fucking Rolf was like just sailing, drunk as off his ass, not paying attention.
Rolf, I'll even
Raided the wrong side of the island. He was just off there like, oh, look, it's the English. Aren't those your father's banners?
Yeah, never mind
No,
the fact they've actually
no.
found dead giant squid all over the place.
Yeah, sure. That's what they want to tell you.
No, in
Sure,
real
this
life,
was the
they
Kraken.
found a bunch of dead giant squid washed up on the
It's
shore.
just Rolf hitting the wrong shore.
Rolf.
again.
One dude, Rolf.
Hitting the
One
wrong
squid,
shore,
Rolf.
Killing everyone and then leaving and, getting eaten by a
This is a
Kraken.
great second season start.
I love it, actually. I'm going to be honest. I'm having a blast with Rolf. And that movie blew. And I'm still on that in my head. Anyway, so, isn't it like, 2000 something when we found the first giant squid?
No, it was the fucking, 70s, 80s that we started recording pictures of them.
Well, I mean pictures, but the first body washed up in 2000, right?
No. They started finding them, Japan started recording them live in the ocean.
You can't trust the Japanese for that.
I'm not bitching about that at all.
They're going to be like, we have giant squid.
And they found pictures of them. Video.
CGI, motherfucker.
Videos of them alive.
They're CGIing these Krakens. But how large is the large squid? That's the question for me. It's like, and would it be strong enough, because underwater, I get how they have, their muscle structure works, they can wrap around things. But coming out of water, this idea that they could wrap around a boat, wouldn't it be much like rope once it gets out of water? Because all that force all of a sudden, because once it raises out of water, when you step out of water, all of a sudden, the intensity of, how gravity works pushes us down. We feel it. We feel different from underwater versus up. That's why we can lift heavier objects underwater, is because that's how it works.
Okay, so get a fish tank that's the size of your house versus a fish tank that's the size of your table. And put a catfish in it. See what happens.
Why?
They'll both grow.
Well, no, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the idea that they wrap around a boat doesn't make sense to me, because once it hits, they don't have the muscle structure to throw their arm up high and then over. That's not how their bodies work, is it? I thought it was just a basic structure. Because they were underwater creatures, they wouldn't need to develop to withstand gravity, the force of gravity outside. Because it'd be going to the moon versus being here to us, basically, to them. Because how it works, they wouldn't need to have muscle structure to move on land. If a cheetah fucking bit one, it'd tear the arm off, right?
That's much like saying the Backstreet Boys could never make themselves as a musical band.
They aren't.
But they were popular.
No.
They were popular.
Don't argue. I'm not quite sure why my argument sounds just stupid to me, but I'm trying to make it sound intelligent, and I'm trying to figure out how to explain this in my... Because I have a perfect picture in my head. The squid's arm trying to come out of the water, and then being like a rope because there's no muscle there. There's no real muscle.
Because every time it comes out of the water, it's, you are my fire.
Oh my God.
The one. See?
Stop it.
Exactly.
Now.
Because the Kraken wants it
Don't.
that way.
Don't ever fucking sing to me like that. Okay?
I wasn't singing to you. I was singing towards you.
You know what? Don't sing in my direction. Don't sing in the general this half of the earth. Just don't do it. Leave it over there. This half is my half of the earth. You look that way. You can fucking sing in that direction, okay? And if any of the waves should hit my side, I will be upset. All right?
I thought I would hate these chips, but they're way more accurate than your description of what's going on.
Shut the hell up. They're honey. So far, they're just listening to us to eat now at this point. Why are you not talking about this? Because I don't know shit about the crack. Like, the most I know is the rum, and that someone has to fucking unleash it. That's all I know about the Kraken. The only time the Kraken shows up is when someone gets to unleash that bitch, okay? If it appeared in the ocean,
I'll give you notes.
it would probably just, like, rest on the top of it and do nothing. They're like, well, why is it not doing anything? No one unleashed it yet. We gotta wait. And then when finally some jackass on the boat shouts that, it's all over. It's all fucking over. Thanks,
So
Rolf.
Here's where notes are important.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, show me.
The age of the Kraken goes back to at least the 13th century, with the Norwegian story of Ovar Oder, in an encounter with a couple of strange beasts from the deep.
Ovar Oder is my favorite.
To me, that sounds more like you met a couple girls in Thailand. May or may not have been girls.
That's strange, but you go ahead. Keep going.
Is that weird?
No, just keep going. Blaze on through. Blaze
Here's
on
the
through.
encounter. Now, I will tell you that there are two sea monsters. One is called Hafguva, sea mist, eh? Another Linkbacher, or
Lingbacher?
Heather, if you would.
Heatherback?
It's not a joke, yes. Heatherback. It is the Lingbacher. It's the largest whale in the world. The Hafguva is the hugest monster in the sea. It is the nature of these creatures to swallow men and ships, and even whales and everything else within their reach. It stays submerged for days, then rears its head and nostrils above the surface and stays that way, at least until the change of the tide. Now, that sounds just sailed through.
You're doing great.
Was a span. Oh, right. This is ridiculous. Why am I reading something from the century when people thought that healing came from bathing and vomit? Anyway, so yeah, 13th century. That's your first story, the Kraken. That's all you get.
You don't get anything else.
I should just put these on the page. Facebook, they could look at them.
Maybe. People will be like, that's interesting. Thank you. Look, let's just talk about it.
Yeah,
Sea
let's
monster.
talk about sea monsters. Yeah.
I don't fucking need to know when they were seen or where they were. Are they real? That's all I want to know.
Have you ever met a dolphin?
Yes. He was a bitch.
Dolphin's the real sea monster.
Flipped me off.
We should change the term from dolphin to sea rapist.
I hear that.
Because it will just fucking mount you. Call it good. Did you know that? Oh, dolphins are gross, dude. Let me talk about this.
Isn't there a book about a dude who had sex with dolphins? It was very descriptive. It was very descriptive. Oh wait, we talked about it on the show. We did. There was an article about it. I remember now. Okay. This was a while ago. It's a while ago.
I know a person who used to train sea lions, of all things. As weird as that sounds.
Sea lions.
But she was mortified dolphins, because dolphins are just the rapers of the sea.
He was mortified of that.
They were the Bill Cosbys of the sea. But they wouldn't pill you out. They'd just take you for their own. Apparently they have like sharp hook-shaped penises. If that's not paranormal and weird, I don't know what is.
That's fucking gross.
I always give this advice: stay the fuck out of the ocean.
Bitches. I never go near the ocean. I don't eat anything out of the ocean. I don't want to be near it, and I live next to I'm gonna move to a place where there's no ocean. Just fucking hundreds of thousands of miles away from me. That doesn't make any sense. Don't even worry about it. The circumference of Earth is the distance I want to be from an ocean. Just a thought. Okay. I don't want to be near an ocean.
See, the ocean's a weird place. We live in Northern California. We get tornadoes too, but they're usually over the ocean.
Yeah. Water spouts.
Yeah, when we see them, you can watch them from the shore. It doesn't happen very often. But you can, well, I don't think it happens very often, but I've seen it a few times. So maybe it happens more often than I thought. But water spouts pop up and come around. It's like a tornado over the sea.
Okay.
Well, it's irregular for here.
I mean, I hate the idea of living next to the ocean because I don't like tsunamis.
What?
Or tidal waves. I don't like the idea of water getting anywhere near me in a fast-moving pace that I can't quickly get away from. Just doesn't fancy me. I don't fancy it.
So, ladies out there, if you're looking at Jack, don't pee on him without letting him know first, because he will not be interested. Legit. Well, yeah, no, we're going to sea monsters. I'm tired.
I don't remember.
We talked about the Kraken for a moment.
Which isn't real.
We know giant squid's real.
We know Perseus killed the Kraken, so that's that. That's exactly what happened. Was Perseus killed the Kraken and Medusa? So now we can't have nice things because these are heroes of old. We're going around cutting their heads off. Okay, turning them to stone.
So our idea of sea monsters is your base knowledge of Greek mythology.
Yep.
And our more limited understanding of how the rest of things work.
That's pretty much it. That's where we are with sea creatures. Unless you have more. You got more?
No, I mean, that's about it.
That's about it.
I think I give up.
You give up?
I'm going to tap out. You're making me tap out.
Why are you tapping out? Keep going. I told you were doing great. Read the shit out of those notes. I don't even fucking sit here. Listen. What do you want me to do? Interject every once in a while? Be like, hey, it's great. I'm glad I know all of these things now. I'm hunting a fucking sea monster. Look, sea monsters don't exist. Sharks exist. They're not a monster. They're just dicks that eat things.
Sharks are just humans of the sea. What are you talking about?
Pretty much. There's just no... I know we say we don't know a lot about the ocean, but there's no way in hell. It's like Bigfoot. There's no way in hell anyone wouldn't have seen it. Like, more people wouldn't have seen these things. It's not that complicated. If these things exist, they get seen. But the thing is people say, well, no one ever believes it. People fly drones over the forests all the time. There's like trail cams. There's no real video evidence of these things.
So you never heard of the coelacanth?
What?
Coelacanth. It was a fish that was supposed to be extinct for 10,000 years.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that. That's the point.
And how about the frill shark?
Okay, but if there was giant sea monsters, we would have seen them.
Not necessarily.
Why not? If they were living above surface previously where people could see them, then they would have just gone down and stayed there.
All our technology is so good, we can't find a Malaysian airliner that fell.
Okay, look.
Or the black box for it. And
that was obviously
monsters?
a setup where someone took it out of the sky on purpose. Alright, there's a reason we can't find things.
Or we're just not able to do it.
If you can't find something, generally it's because someone has hidden it.
Not necessarily. It's a lot of hubris on the humanity part there, buddy.
I've got a lot of hubris.
Human hubris is too much. I don't believe that. I think we aren't that capable of knowing everything all the time.
I mean, I get you, but I just mean with how many people are on Earth at this point, we would have seen things.
We've seen things.
Well, I mean,
China has the yowie, or the urine.
they would have caught something in the ocean.
But they have the urine, the Bigfoot of China, like as a protected species. We find giant squid wash up on the shore. So what are we trying to hide here? What's the point?
Well, I mean, that's my exact point. It's like aliens. Why would the government hide anything? What's the point? If they exist, what's the point? People are going to find out.
Well, unless they're systematically boning us without our permission. And the government's part of it.
Well, the government's definitely part of it.
Imagine the lawsuit behind that one.
Would there be a lawsuit? Or just a devastating war? That would last all of 3 days because no one would be on the side of the government. Right now.
Hypothetically. But no, man. Like, sea monsters are probably real. I don't know about mermaids and shit and harpies and sirens, but...
I mean... I'm sure there were sea monsters at one point. I'm sure what we would consider quote-unquote sea monsters would have been there. But nowadays, I mean, I know every once in a while a whale will wash up with, like, teeth marks in it that are just impossibly large and suction marks on it that are fucking huge.
Well, there was that great white shark that got bit, had a tag on it. And it got attacked, and the tag went down so far further past where the cold zone. No shark would do that. And no predator or animal we know of would do that. And then pop back up and spit the thing out.
Unless it was just a pressurized system, like it went down like a...
No.
Went down and then came back up.
It doesn't work that way. Because it happened so fast. The great white shark, it's a big shark. Got either part of it bit off or the whole thing got eaten. And this thing went down super fast, super low. And the tag spit up fast, too.
I mean...
It was much like something grabbed it and went down fast. Boom. Like that.
And then let it back up?
No, like they shit it out.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying, is it floated to the surface, so... It could have been something bit it, dragged it, and then it went...
Like what?
Went down and then hit a current that lifted it. Like a hot pocket.
No, something had to grab this entire thing, and because it had temperature readings. So it grabbed it, the shark, it's a big shark, and chonked into it, at least where the gauge was, the radar thing was, and dove down super far. Super far. And then that thing popped back up afterwards. So something big grabbed the shark and drugged it down way far away fast.
Well, I mean...
They found the beacon on the beach, I think, or something like that.
I will say this. There are questions. Like mass beachings, things like that I have about the ocean. Like, there are things that obviously, like, you gotta wonder what the hell's going on. Like, that one where we were testing sonar and we wound up beaching, like, our government wound up beaching a shit ton of whales because they were testing a new type of sonar.
No, I'm pretty sure it's an Animal Planet bullshit thing with the mermaid found.
Well, no, I think that actually happened at some point.
No.
Because mass beachings do happen. I mean, but why?
Because I listened to a whale named Carl.
You know, Carl's a fucking bastard. Getting them to get into the shallows. And you know he's just back there like, no, just keep going. Just keep going. Bitches. Carl's that asshole that every party has. That leads you to a bad place, and then you're just like...
It's always the asshole at the rocket launcher.
Are we here currently?
Current.
I don't know. I don't believe in sea monsters. I don't believe in anything. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in demons. I don't believe in vampires. I don't believe in werewolves. I don't believe in sea monsters.
Yet you're scared of the Ouija board.
Okay, so let me explain that. There's a difference between being positive that something doesn't exist and then fucking with things to find out that they might actually exist. Alright, so I'm going to stay in ignorance and be bliss, other than you inviting demons around me. Okay? Because I'm just going to say they don't exist.
That was you.
Until all that shit happened. What was me? What?
What do you mean? Inviting demons around, if you don't believe in them, then they can't be real.
Exactly. They're not real. There might be an old man in the board that comes out like Jumanji. That's why I don't play it. It's like a shittier version of Jumanji where you get possessed and die and kill your family.
Great.
Exactly what the Ouija board is. It's just
The
a
Ouija
shittier
board?
version of fucking Jumanji. Where horrible things happen.
But we're talking about sea monsters. Anyhow, guys. Chewing. Hold on.
Well, no, just keep going. You're doing great chewing.
This has been the second anniversary show of Vanishing Gates.
It's just as good as the first.
I'm Jay, and this is
The illustrious Jack.
your host into the Explain the Strange and the improbably stupid.
And yeah, no, probably.
So we'll see you guys again on our new time slots on Mondays.
Yep.
Plus, we'll be doing some stand-up comedy soon. So check that out, too. I'll post up...
It's probably a better half of what we're going to be doing.
That's all I've ever done is jokes.
Hey, it's all I've got, okay?
Love is
Let me
all I
live my
got.
best, okay? Let me live my best life.
Live it hard and fast, bro. All right, guys. We'll catch you later.
Bye, everybody.